welcome back to my channel, Wonderful Stitches with Olga. Today I'm going to film this video as my stitching diary, and I wanted to show you the result of my stitching for this month. And yeah, the last 4 weeks, I've been working on my 5 projects, and yeah, in general, this is so hot outside, really hot and really sunny. But today is Sunday, and yeah, I don't have to work, and this is good. I don't really like high summer temperatures outside, and for me this is better when it's cold. And I struggle through this time, and yeah, they say next week would be really hot as well, and yeah, hopefully this one day will be over and we will have a little bit rain, because our plants and the forest and everything and the wild animals, everything and everyone need to have some water and humidity and those stuff. So yeah, let's get started. The first project I'm going to show you, it's called The Rose. The chart is made by Jana Crosswell from Etsy. I'm stitching this one on 25 count Lugana, half cross 2/1, and this is a current project I'm stitching on right now. And I've reached already 11%. For this month I stitched 4,000 stitches, and look at this one. I've reached the second corner, and I'm really happy about this. Look at this one. It looks so beautiful. Beautiful colors, beautiful pattern. It's so easy to stitch on, and the fact is that you don't have blends here. It makes me really cheerful. I can't say I hate blends, but it's easy to stitch when you have only colors without blends. Yeah. So that's how it looks like. Makes me really happy. I'm stitching right now in this left upper corner, and yeah, I've decided to make this area in cross-country method, because it's not really much colors to change. I mean, only dark colors or green ones. But this is one of my favorite projects. So that's how it looks like. This is 11%, as I said. So the next project is my biggest project. It's called Stitch in Time. The pattern is made by a Russian designer, Aladdin, it's called. And here, let me see how much percent I have. So I have already 6.09%, and in this month I've stitched 9,300 stitches, and there where I'm at now. I've made a lot this month because I have decided to stitch from this right upper corner, and then I've noticed I want to reach this woman, and look at this, she likes to stitch as well. And I was wondering, what's that? When I was stitching on this part, I was wondering, what's that? What's this brown thing? And I think this is a dog. This is really a woman with a dog, and I love dogs. And I like this so much. This small puppy here. Yeah, sure, when you look at this part in the near, it looks not so sharp and you cannot really recognize things, but on such kind of projects you have to look from the distance, and then it looks better. Sure, this part I was stitching, it was not really exciting to stitch. This green things, this tree and a lot of leaves was not really interesting. But I really wanted to reach this woman who stitches here, and yeah, really beautiful. A little bit confetti here, and in July I'm planning to finish this part, and then in the future, next month, I'm going to go down and reach another woman who stitches here, and that's why I've chosen this project, because I like our hobby and I like those colors, and the quality of this chart is really, really good. I love this. I'm stitching this on, I think this is 28 count, something like this, I don't know, Lugano or so. Yeah, because I didn't want this project to be really huge. It's huge as itself, but I didn't want to make this really, really big. So that's how it looks like. Just beautiful, I think. So I stitched on this project the most in June, just because of this area which I wanted to be ready with, and I wanted to see the result, how it looks like when it's ready. So my next project is the wolves. Let me see how much percent I have. Yeah, this project is actually is at 63.8%, and normally I wished to finish this one this year, but I have doubts that I really would make it ready till Christmas. I don't know, I don't have really desire to stitch on this one for so long. For example, I stitch on this for 3-4 days and then I'm done. I have to change the project somehow. I have no idea. It's really, I didn't have enough mood to work on this one. But anyway, in this month I stitched 3,400 stitches, and there we go. I'm almost ready with this row. Let me show you. So I was working on this area here, on this small wolf and this part, but I'm not really ready. Somehow I didn't have mood to finish this, and I will make it ready in July. And I'm planning to start the next pages, and I'm going to find the third corner and stitch so row by row to make it ready. So that's how it looks like. This I'm stitching 2/1. I think this is 32 count of fabric. Which fabric, I have no idea. I bought this on AliExpress and I don't really know. The count is so small and I will not stitch on this fabric anymore. This is, I hardly can see the stitches. I can see the stitches, but it's really difficult to stitch on this one for a longer time. But anyway, the result is amazing. This pattern I've made by myself, and I have to figure out who is the not designer, who made this picture. Somehow I found this on Pinterest, but I don't remember who made this one. Anyway, I think that when I make a pattern only for myself, this doesn't matter who made this, but somehow I want to say who is the author of this one, and yeah, but I will figure this out and will tell you in my next video. So that's how it looks like, my wolves, my family of wolves. So, so as you can see, I was not lazy in June. I have to work hard, but somehow after work I find some time to stitch, so my projects would go forward, and somehow I don't want to give up on my hobby. I still want to stitch, and it helps me really a lot to relax and to get lots of stress, which I somehow sometimes we all have stress at work, and this is kind of meditation for me. So my next project is the witches. This is the pattern from Jana Crosswell as well, from Etsy. As well, pattern is is simply perfect. It's really easy to stitch. Yeah, in this month I've stitched 1,400 stitches, and I'm already at 41.9%. Somehow I didn't stitch a lot. This one, I'm stitching this on, I think this is 22 count of fabric. Which fabric I don't know. And I'm stitching in parking method. And look at this, I'm ready with the second witch with her hair, and I'm working on the third one, which has brown hair, and just beautiful. I love this one. Yeah. That's how it looks like. Yeah, I'm stitching half cross 2/1 with the with threads 6C. Just amazing. This project, probably I will stop to stitch in Parkin method. Somehow I have mood to stitch in cross country, and my goal is for July to finish this witch, the third witch. Yeah, and will continue to work on this row, and yeah, we will see how it's going. Somehow, I'm wondering why I didn't stitch more on this project. Somehow, I have no idea. I have to stitch more, simply, and find more time. So, in my last project I was working on, it's called, how it's called? The pancakes. Let me see how much percent I have. So I've reached already almost 3%. This pattern was for free. I downloaded it. This is as well from one of a Russian designer. It's called Siberia Stitch, and I've stitched in June 2,200 stitches. Not so much as I wished. I'm stitching this one on, I think this is 22 count of fabric. I think this is Hardanger fabric, and I'm ready with those drops on the leaf. And look at this one. Yeah, somehow my daughter says it's not really realistic, but I think this is simply, it's okay. Yeah, I think this picture is made from AI, because somehow I find things which are not really realistic here. What's that? It's word. This is a flower, and somehow it's some things which are not logic here. Or here on a leaf, we can't really explain these white colors here. Yeah, probably this is water or something. I have no idea. But anyway, I've reached almost 3% on this one, and I wanted to see how realistic these drops would come on fabric. And for me, this is okay. When you look from the distance, it looks amazing. Yeah, realistic. I like this. And this pattern was for free. What can I say? I like this. I'm stitching a full cross 2/1 with the threads 6C, and yeah, I was working in this area, and in July I'm planning to finish this area, and I would go down and stitch so alone to see this leaf complete. Yeah, that's how it looks like. Yeah, I like this. And when this project is really ready, probably we would hang this in the kitchen, or in the, somehow I would frame this anyway, because this picture is really, really nice. And it's coming out really, really surprisingly good. That's how it looks like. So, and that's what I was working on this time. I bought a new stitching hoop. Actually, I have no idea. Just a second. So I bought a new stitching hoop. The company which produced those hoops, I have no idea how you pronounce this. This is this Nerd. I have no idea. Nerd. I have no idea, but the quality, I know this is. I have some stitching hoops from this. From this. I forget the words. From Nerd. And the quality is so good, and I wished to have a hoop which is bright enough to hold all my fabric. Sometimes some of my projects, they are really big. I have a lot of fabric and I wished a hoop which is able to hold this and don't jump out of my hands. And I was searching on Etsy, I was searching on Amazon to order some kind of hoop. And I found this on Etsy and I've ordered, and yesterday I got this one and I've already tried this, and I'm really, really satisfied, really happy with this one. Just because it's bright and it's not that big, it's really comfortable to hold in the hand. And yeah, I have a stitching frame, but somehow after a long working day I don't want to sit on my chair and stitch on a stitching frame. I want to relax on the couch and to take my stitching hoop and stitch and relax, and I don't want this to be difficult or somehow, yeah, I just want to relax and to hold this in my hands. So that's all what I was working on. I didn't start anything new. Somehow I have a feeling I wish to start something new, but I know when I start, and when I start full coverage projects, I know that these ones, they wouldn't be ready and it would last forever until I get something finished. And somehow I stop myself and try to finish at least one of them. Yeah, as I said, I'm going to work on wolves a little bit more to get this ready, and then I can allow myself to start something new. Nowadays we have so many designers who make beautiful patterns, and somehow when you look through Etsy or when you look through different patterns, somehow you want to start something, and this feeling when you start something new, from the beginning on you want to stitch more and more on this project, and then you think, oh my, you have already so many projects, stop this, finish something. And yeah, yeah, I'm glad I found today time to film this one. I was thinking, yeah, maybe I should make Stitch with Me videos. I didn't make this for so long. Somehow I have to stitch and talk, and I'm not used to this. Um, maybe next week or in a couple of weeks, but I want to hold on this tempo to make my updates every month and show you about my progress. But for today, I think I said and showed everything I wanted. And yeah, I wish everyone a nice July. I hope the weather would be nice for you. You would have vacation. Um, uh, Hopefully, you will enjoy your time with your family. And we will see each other in my next video at the end of July. I wish everyone a nice weekend, and we will see each other in my next video. Bye bye!